Hey everybody, Will Campbell here with the Campbell Group in Royal LePage Atlantic, and in this video we're going to talk about one of the most infamous real estate terms out there. We're going to talk about what it means, or more importantly what it doesn't mean, why you should avoid using this term if you're a seller, and why if you're a buyer and you hear this term you should have a few concerns. Real quick, before I tell you what the term is that I'm talking about, I want you to make a comment in the comment section below of what it is you think I'm talking about before I let you know. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds. If you're somebody who's super smart and you already know what I'm talking about and you're wondering what you're gonna do with the next 15 seconds of your life, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the like button so you can help me push this video out to as many people as possible. All right, your time is up, and you guessed it, it is as is, where is. This is hands down one of the most commonly used terms in the real estate industry that about 75% of people out there don't even understand what it means. Most people, when they hear the term as is, where is, automatically assume that there is an issue with the property or whatever it is that you're purchasing that the seller does not want to take care of. And although that may be the case in certain situations, it is not true for every time the term as is, where is used. Real estate specifically, as is, where is a term that is used to describe a seller's unwillingness to do work to their property. Now that unwillingness can come from any number of reasons. It might be a property that the current owner has never been to, has never seen, can't vouch for, has no connections to tradespeople, or has the means or money to do any work to the property. This term could also be used by a seller who just really doesn't want to go through the effort of having work or repair done to their home. They would prefer to sell it at a lower price and avoid the headache of having repairs and work done. What it doesn't mean though is that there is an evident issue with the property. Sellers will often use the term as a way of having a negotiation up front that if a buyer does find something during a home inspection, that they are not willing themselves to do the work to repair it. It does not mean though that they are not willing to renegotiate the price to accommodate that issue that you may have found. Another thing that it does not mean is that it does not mean that you cannot have a home inspection on that property. A lot of people assume that when they say as is, where is, that means that you gotta take it or leave it in the condition that it's in. It doesn't mean that you can't do your own due diligence to find out what type of condition that property is in. It just means that depending on what you find, the seller is not likely to do the work to fix that issue. But again, they may very well consider a renegotiation in price to accommodate that issue. The place you'll see as is, where is used the most is with bank foreclosures and estate sales. And the main reason for this is because oftentimes in those situations, the person responsible for selling the property has never been to the property, nor are they aware of the condition of it, so their preference is to sell it as is, where is. The main reason why people are typically confused about what as is, where is actually means is because of the bank and insurance companies' reaction to the term as is, where is. So if you are a seller and you really don't want to do any work to your property, you might think, okay, well, I'll just put as is, where is in the description, and that way people will understand that I don't want to do any work to the property and they won't bother making requests such as replacing the hot water heater, replacing an oil tank, or anything like that. Ultimately though, what ends up happening is you end up raising a few red flags for buyers. Some people will read that and they'll misinterpret it to mean that there is a problem with the property, that the property is distressed or needs repair, and they won't bother to go even look at it, when that might not even be the case. You're just saying that if anything comes up, you don't want to deal with it. Another thing that it does is if you have the words as is, where is in your listing cut, whenever that property does go up for sale and somebody does write an offer on it, as soon as they send that listing cut to their bank for mortgage approval, it gets red flagged immediately. And in this situation, sometimes your bank may want a copy of a home inspection before they'll lend on it. It may also trigger an appraisal that might not have normally been triggered if it didn't say as is, where is. So you can see it could really lead to a big mess of issues down the road. A common scenario in which I see as is, where is used in a good way is when people are talking about a specific thing that's included in the sale. prime example of this would be appliances. I might have a house and the house is in perfect condition, but maybe the appliances are old. And what the seller wants to avoid is you buying the house and then those appliances quitting out on them in like the first 2 weeks of ownership, and then them coming after you for new appliances. So to avoid that, they might list in their property description that the appliances are being sold in as is, where is condition. Meaning that the house is fine, but they're aware that the appliances are old and may not last very long. So they're telling you that take the house, but the appliances that are included with them, we're not guaranteeing them for any amount of time. If you're a seller and you're in a situation in which you think writing as is, where is may be appropriate, or if you just want to pick my brain on the listing process in general, or if you happen to be a buyer who sees as is, where is in a property description and you're wondering what's the scoop on that property, feel free to click on the link in the description below. You can book a 30-minute long phone call with me to talk about anything real estate related. I would be happy to answer any and all questions that you have. As always, I hope you found the information in this video informative. Let me know, is as is, where is what you thought it meant, or is it something completely different? Let me know in the comment section below, and until the next video, have a great day.